very much, Chairman Dr. Sahran Kasim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to share a topic about universe creation decided by worship, revisited for Islamization and ethnicity in economic conflict era. My name is Roikhan Muhammad Aziz from Islamic University, IIIT, Jakarta. We begin with Southeast Asia has ethnicity and cultures, and the unity with some countries such as Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, and Singapore. These regions means stability and harmony with moderation in dignity or deen. While ethnicity and moderation are happening in the regions, the progress of integration appears with Islamization from beyond boundaries. There is new terminology together with Islamization in integration's knowledge called reflexivity. Reflexivity is mirroring ibadah to entity. Islamic studies such as integrations, Islamization interconnected with ontological philosophy. Reflexivity is ontological perspective about shadow, mirror, and body that transform into salat, God, and human, where human can be derived to religions and knowledge. We can see all discussions about interdisciplinary studies are grouped into epistemology. On the right side, we can see the integrations and then Islamizations, or we have something like prophetics and interconnected. All is about epistemology. Why? Because the discussions about two different entities between religions and science, or between Islam and science. We want to make Islam and science into one entity. So it means there are source of two entities into one entity. But with the ontological view, we can see the entity is one. Because why? Because we see as salat or ibadah or deen as designed by Allah. So in one pictures, we can see the worship from Creator Allah to make a creation into universe, and then the universe including science and Islam. We can see on the next slide, on the theory, there are statements about Azariyat Quran Surah 51 ayat 56, wa ma khalaqtul jinna wal insa illa liya'budun. And not God created jinn and man except for worship. In grammatical linguistics, if there are negative words, then the meaning of object can move to begin. So the new meaning is God made worship first, then made jinn and man. And also theory about Haslam. Haslam is defined as a theory of three dominant archetypes with a specific content in 5 dimensions in invariant arrangements. Haslam means guidance of safe path for human to God is Salat. This research use methodology of descriptive analysis. The source data of the study from the Holy Book Quran and Sunnah, journals, books, and other internet media. The study of this reflexivity approach is intended to examine the system of more than 3 elements that have relations among them. It takes ontology from the merging of Islam and knowledge with analyzing the reflections of Salat. Methods use triangular, reflexivity, kafah thinking, and Haslam. Our time has 4 privileges to have many groups of knowledge. The first from Allah, our God, and then sent into our messengers as Islam. But in the West, they only take two sides with the science and the tangibles. And then today, Islam countries, Muslim countries, will combine again into one knowledge as Islam and science into one entity. So this is the analysis. We have Quran Surah Az-Zariyat 51, ayah 56. We can make an example that creations of jinn and man is on the right side, and the God is as a mirror, and our ibadah or our worship is shadows on the mirror. So we have three entities. The first is God as a creator, and then jinn and man as creations, and then our worship, our ibadah as a shadows. In these pictures, we know that the Surah Az-Zariyat 51 ayah 56, the ibadah or budun is referred to salat. Why? Because we can see the accumulation 5 plus 1 plus 5 plus 6 is 17. The 17 rakaat is the salah 5 times a day. We can see the more easiest to see the something like reflections between salat, God, and human. We can see the projectors in the middle. The projectors in the middle have something like the design or the blueprint of the building. So if the middle we can analog as Allah, and the left side we can make analog as the design of ibadah, and on the right side we can see the creations of Allah with the design by ibadah or salat. It is something like the same with the architect in the middle. This architect have to make the designs of home first, design of graphic home first, and then after finish the designs of graphic, then the architect will build a house. So it is something like the logical thinking, how to make a building, how to make the creation with the formula, with the pre-design. This Quran, this formula can be derived from this surah, Surah Al-Hijr 15 ayah 87. The 7 we can see is 7. Quran Surah Al-Hijr 15 ayah 87. Walaqad atainaka sab'an minal mathani wal Quran al-azim. We can see sab'an is 7, and then Quran, we can derive by 114 surah. And then the factorization is 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 19. So we have the digit of 7, 2, 3, 1, 9. If we accumulate, we can get 22. Then the digital root is 4 from 2 plus 2. So we have 4, 2, 3, 1, 9. Number 4 is the same with the alphabet of Ha, Hijaiyah. And 7 is the same with alphabet Alif. And 2 is the same with alphabet Ha. And 3 the same with alphabet Sin. 1 same with alphabet Lam. And 9 with the same with alphabet Min. So we have the new formula in the words, not in the numbers. Ha, ha, SLM. This is from the Surah Al-Hijr, Surah 15, Ayah 87. So the conclusion, the ethnicity and divinity can synchronize each other. Universe as open book and Quran as closed book are the reflexivity of worship, ibadah, or salat. There are 3 objects: worship, God, and human. God made ibadah first, not human. Ibadah was exist first, then human. The root of ibadah is salat, and the equation of salat is haslam. The result of this study show God has a pre-design as worship, which means God creates based on worship. The impact of COVID-19 has made the economy turbulent in Indonesia and globally. The last ontological view can synthesize universe and Quran in one group as creations of Allah or effectivity of ibadah. Islamizations and integrations are epistemological view to combine 2 different objects into one group. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.